So welcome to the Helix webinar series. Today's session is on advancing end-user experience improvements with BMC Helix GPT. We're going to be focusing today on Employee Navigator. Joining us and presenting today is Adam Llewellyn, our Digital CSM Program Lead. And joining us and in the panel is Jürgen Hauser. For those that have or haven't met before, he is our Senior Director of Product Management, and I'm sure he'll do an introduction later. He will be answering the questions in the Q&A. Before I hand over to Adam, just a reminder, there is the Q&A section of Zoom. You'll find that at the bottom of your screens. Any questions that come up during this session when we go through the slides, please put them in there, and we will have roughly 15 to 20 minutes at the end where we will take your questions live. So until that time, you will remain muted so we can get through the slides, and we'll look forward to speaking to you at the end. And before I get this handed over to Adam, I'm going to be launching a poll. We would love to hear where you are with Employee Navigator if you're using it already. If you could answer those questions during the session, and then we will take that at the end as well. So I'm now going to hand over to Adam to introduce himself and get you started. Over to you, Adam.
Hey, thanks so much, Sam. I really appreciate your introduction. And also, Jürgen, I appreciate you for being on the line as well. As Sam said, we're going to have a Q&A session at the very end of this conversation here today. So make sure that as you're watching the presentation, not only that you're absorbing all this information, but if there are any questions or information you would like to know, please put those in the Q&A section that's available to you within the Zoom toolbar. So let's go ahead and get started. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most exciting developments within the Helix GPT platform. That is going to be Employee Navigator. So let me go ahead and get into our slides. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off my video for this presentation just so I can focus on the notes that I have. So whether this is your first look at Agentic AI or you've already started experimenting with Helix GPT, today is all about helping you unlock real value faster. And for the first time, we're making a special set of resources available to you at no additional cost. That's right, I said at no additional cost. Now, before we dive in, I just want to take a moment to frame today's conversation for us. We're seeing a fundamental shift in how employees expect to engage with IT and business services. Traditional portals, ticket queues, and fragmented experiences are giving way to something more intelligent, more conversational, and much more action-oriented. This is what we call Agentic AI, and it's not just about smarter bots. It's about AI that can take purposeful action on behalf of the user, deliver outcomes, and create seamless experiences. And Helix GPT is our answer to that shift. So here's what we're going to cover today. We'll start by looking at the why. What's driving the need for Agentic AI? Why are enterprises moving beyond traditional AI and self-service models? We'll also take a look about talk about the expectations shaping the workplace and how AI can play a key role in evaluating the employee experience by boosting productivity. Next, we'll introduce you to a new entitlement that's now available to you, the Helix GPT Employee Navigator. This agent is designed to simplify how employees can get help across IT and business domains through natural language, fast answers, and direct action. We'll also walk you through what it can do, how it's used, and what value it will unlock. Then, we'll share details on the accelerated program we're launching to help you adopt this agent quickly and confidently. We've packaged together expert guidance, curated templates, and ready-to-use enablement assets, and it's all free for a limited time. The goal is to remove any friction that helps get you started and get you to value as quick as possible. And lastly, we're going to close with simple actionable next steps, including how to access your entitlement, get onboarded into the accelerated program, and where you can go for support. You'll leave today with everything that you need to move forward with no guesswork required. We've got a lot of great content ahead of us today, and we want to make sure that this is useful to you. So again, inside the Zoom toolbar, you're going to see the Q&A section. Go ahead and put any questions or information you'd like to know, and we'll answer those at the tail end of this call. With that, let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we dive into the solution, let's talk about the reality that we're facing. It's not about budget pressure, although that is real. CIOs are being asked to do more with less. But the real driver of change is this: the old way of supporting employees simply isn't working anymore. Today's enterprise environment is more complex than ever. In fact, 75% of IT teams say that their systems are more complex than they were just 5 years ago. And 76% report that faster software delivery and DevOps adoption are accelerating change, and with it, the risk of incidents. And despite this growing complexity, 80% of IT leaders say that their teams aren't scaling fast enough to keep up. And employees are feeling this strain too. They expect instant, intuitive support, just like they're used to in their personal lives. But instead, they're facing fragmented tools, slow responses, and the burden of navigating legacy systems just to get help. And it's not just IT, it's also HR and finance, facilities. They're all seeing a ballooning volume of internal support requests with fewer resources to handle them. And so, what does that lead to? Wasted time, rising frustration, and disengagement across the workforce. This is the environment where agentic AI doesn't just help, it's becoming essential. So, on the last slide, we talked about the rising complexity, change, and resource pressure across IT, but behind those stats are real people. They're overwhelmed, overextended, and often undersupported. Now, let's bring that to life with what we're hearing from the front lines. Transformation, we're still trying to survive, says the service delivery manager. While the business is asking for AI and transformation, many teams are just trying to keep the lights on. They're firefighting, not future planning. Without leadership, air cover, or capacity, AI can feel like a luxury. An IT executive says we'd spend half the week sorting tickets only to find the real priority issue buried 2 pages deep. Service teams are buried under noise. Without intelligent prioritization, critical issues get lost, and that means slower responses, bigger business impacts, and frustration on all sides. A change manager says, I was the bottleneck. Everything was coming to me, even low risk, low impact changes. And process owners feel stuck in outdated workflows. Even routine tasks create bottlenecks, slowing innovation and increasing burnout. And lastly, a knowledge manager said, we had thousands of knowledge articles, but no one trusted them. The content was there, but confidence wasn't. Without a trusted source of truth, every analyst creates their own version. That's not just inefficient, it's risky. Now, these aren't just quotes, they're symptoms of a system that hasn't kept pace with how our people are working today. Organizations have dedicated people, tons of data, and a growing backlog, but there's no scalable way to act intelligently. This isn't about failure, it's about the limit of traditional operating models designed for control, not adaptability. Now, moving forward means rethinking how the work is getting done and removing traditional boundaries to liberate your workforce to focus on not only scaling your organization. Agentic AI isn't about replacing these voices, it's about empowering them with tools that reduce the noise, increase confidence, and free up time for higher value work. And that's exactly who the Helix GPT platform was built for. Now, real frontline challenges demand intelligent, action-oriented solutions, and that's where Helix GPT comes in. We just heard from people living the complexity, the service managers, execs, change owners, and knowledge leads who are stretched thin. Helix GPT wasn't built to chase AI trends. It was built to directly address these realities. When we talk about what Helix GPT is solving for, it really boils down to four core IT objectives. Number one would be improving the user experience. Two would be increasing agent productivity. Three is reducing operational risk. And lastly, enabling more proactive, insight-driven service delivery. Now, these aren't abstract goals, but they map directly the pain points that we just heard. Now, whether that's simplifying how your employees are getting help, freeing up agents from repetitive tasks, or making service operations more resilient, these are the outcomes that actually matter. And today we're going to focus on the first objective, improving the end user experience. Now, also, I have future webinars that will cover additional objectives and available Helix GPT functionality. Because if we don't get this thing right, if we don't make it easier for people to get the help that they need, everything else downstream suffers. So that's where Helix GPT Employee Navigator is going to come in. Now, this is the exciting part. You now have access to the Helix GPT Employee Navigator as part of your current entitlements, and they're designed to help you transform how your employees are getting help. Specifically, when an employee needs your help, whether it's understanding a new HR policy, troubleshooting a software issue, finding the right form for a benefits change, or getting an update on an IT ticket, they often don't know where to start. They might face a confusing array of portals or knowledge articles scattered across different systems, or lengthy call center queues, or even simple requests that can become time-consuming by frustrating ordeals. This agent is purpose-built to address the top challenge that we've been talking about, Again, making it easier, faster, and more intuitive for employees to get the help that they need. Whether it's IT support, HR related questions, or even service requests, Employee Navigator lets users ask in natural language and get answers or take actions instantly. There's no portals, no ticket chases, just one simple experience powered by AI. And that is the best part. Again, it's not even going to cost you anything. It's available to you right now at no additional cost. So this is your opportunity to drive real change real fast. We'll show you exactly what it can do and how to get started. But first, let's look at exactly how it will work for you. As we just shared, the Employee Navigator is now part of your entitlements. But let's take a moment to show you why this matters. This is another chatbot. It's part of BMC's Agentic AI platform, Helix GPT, that's built for service ops. It's designed to transform the employee support experience while reducing manual workload for your teams. With this agent, employees can ask questions in natural language, things like, what's my vacation balance? Or how do I reset my VPN? And instantly get answers, take action, open requests, all from directly within tools like Microsoft Teams. Now, under the hood, it uses BMC's AI Fabric, which pulls the knowledge from articles, incident history, and contextual data, surfacing relevant responses, automating tasks, or even generating remediation plans. It understands screenshots, it adapts over time, and integrates with your workflows, all with BYO AI and BYO data flexibility. It's deployable across cloud or on-prem, it will scale easily, and delivers real productivity gains with a lower total cost of ownership. The bottom line, this is your opportunity to improve the end user experience while freeing up your IT teams to focus on higher impact work. Now, let's take a closer look at Employee Navigator, an AI-powered assistant built into Helix Digital Workplace, designed to provide intelligent support for a wide range of workplace queries and issues. At its core, Employee Navigator serves as a first point of contact for employees. It delivers quick and reliable answers to everyday questions without the need to log a ticket or wait in a queue. It's built to address several high-impact use cases, from instant answers, IT help to HR facility questions. Employees can get clear, real-time responses in natural language. Error resolution. Users can upload screenshots of error messages, and the system analyzes the image to offer step-by-step guidance on how to resolve the issue. Information retrieval. Employee Navigator can pull from multiple sources, including knowledge articles, previous tickets, and service requests, to provide complete contextual answers. Multilingual support. The assistant automatically adjusts to the user's language settings, enabling a personalized and accessible experience across regions. And lastly, service escalation. If the AI can't fully resolve the issue, it seamlessly transitions the user to submit a formal service request or connect with a live agent, ensuring that nothing falls through the cracks. Employee Navigator is designed to improve the end user experience, reduce time to resolution, and free up service teams to focus on more strategic work, all within the digital workplace. Now, any employee persona within a company, not just office-based staff, but also in core staff, factory staff, highway builders, scientists, executives, they'll all be able to tell you how they can get help from the Employee Navigator. It will automate processes, not just employee day-to-day tasks, but also LOB-specific tasks such as HR, finance, procurement, and facilities. In a moment here, I'm going to show you a video resource. I'm going to introduce you to Brittany. Brittany is a remote worker, but has come into the office for an important meeting. Now, I want you to picture while we watch this video that Brittany is experiencing issues connecting to a printer and the Wi-Fi. But what if she could speak to an agent that has access to multiple sources of knowledge and provide reasoning to their suggested recommendations? Then action those recommendations along with the governance needed within an IT organization. Before I click this, I do want to make everybody aware of the audio. If you would adjust your audio levels just before we get started, just in case it comes through a little loud for some. So I just wanted to give a heads up before we begin a video resource.
Welcome. Let's explore how Employee Navigator, powered by BMC Helix GPT, serves as your AI assistant to provide instant solutions for workplace queries. Access Employee Navigator from the end-user console or even from Studio Pages on any device. Enjoy seamless conversations in the pinned panel, even after you switch screens. Type a question or use voice input to ask your query. Got an error message? Just upload a screenshot image. Employee Navigator accepts queries in any of these formats. It delivers clear, contextual responses to your queries in the chat. Let's look at an example. Brittany wants to connect her laptop to the office printer, so she opens the Employee Navigator panel and enters her query. In response, she receives a summary of the procedure. While following the outlined steps, Brittany encounters an error. She shares a screenshot of the error message in the BMC Helix GPT chat. The system identifies the issue and provides further steps for resolution, allowing her to connect to the office printer successfully. Brittany receives valuable support through effective conversation. Let's discover the key features of Employee Navigator. Retains the conversational context up to 30 related questions in one session by default. Provides answers by extracting information from multiple sources such as knowledge articles, service requests, approvals, and so on. Asks for your feedback for generated responses, allowing you to provide recommended improvements. Supports multiple languages and adapts to your console settings. Employee Navigator can respond to you based on the locale in which the question was asked. For unresolved queries, redirects you to submit a service request or to connect with a live agent. These features offer enhanced and automated user support. To summarize the benefits, the Employee Navigator panel is readily accessible on any screen with a single click. It assists employees in finding reliable answers more quickly, boosts productivity by reducing the number of service desk tickets, and enhances the overall conversational experience. Ready to experience smarter self-service? Start using Employee Navigator today. For more details, visit the product documentation. Thank you for watching.
Now, how cool was that? There's no more searching through long help articles, trying to find the right information. It can live all within the Helix GPT Employee Navigator. So as you saw, that video showcases the following capabilities. Accessibility. Employee Navigator can be accessed conveniently from the end-user console or through Studio Pages across various devices. Conversational interface. Users can interact with the assistant by typing their questions or using voice input for a more natural experience. As you saw as well in that video, the system also maintains conversational context for up to 30 related questions, allowing for more nuanced and follow-up inquiries in the same session. It also supports image recognition. The platform allows users to upload screenshots of error messages, which AI can then analyze to understand and address the problem. No need to type out all the complex information you run across. Comprehensive responses are also supported. It's designed to provide clear and contextual answers by navigating intelligently and extracting and consolidating information from multiple backend sources. User feedback mechanisms. The system actively seeks feedback on its generated responses to continuously learn and improve the accuracy. Intelligently extracting and consolidating information from multiple backend sources. User feedback mechanism, the system actively selects feedback on its generated responses to continuously learn and improve the accuracy and relevance of the support it provides. Multilingual support. The assistant supports multiple languages and automatically adapts to the user's preferred language settings, all from within the console. And if a query cannot be resolved, then the AI assistant will work to then support a representative to join the conversation as well to then carry it on to the next step. It can do so many things for you. Now, to help you get up and running quickly, we're offering a fast start program, which is designed to reduce effort, cost, and risk, while also accelerating your time to value. So here's what's included. A planning workshop, which will align you on your goals. A fixed scope professional services package tailored for Helix GPT. Expert help implementing your Employee Navigator use cases. There's no additional fees whatsoever. This is going to be fully included for you. A post-deployment value review will help you track your impact. and you'll have access to peer community engagements to learn from others. Again, the goal: fewer tickets, faster resolution, better employee experiences. By improving self-service, we help your team spend less time disrupted by IT issues and more time focused on what really matters. We'll share how to enroll, but just know everything is set up to make it easy for you to activate and get to value quickly. Now, before we do get into that, there are some prerequisites to start with. These are going to be the prerequisites that include your ITSM SaaS version, required BMC solutions, generative AI provider licenses, and additional licenses for any integrated third-party solutions. Now, each of these will be covered in your planning call to help you prepare for the best experience of Helix GPT possible, and we'll tailor it for your organization's need. But again, these are the prerequisites in order to get started. As part of the Fast Start program, we're committed to helping you move fast, realize value, and build momentum. And we also invite you to step into a bigger role as well. Now, this isn't just about deploying a tool, it's about leading a shift in how work gets done. By joining this program, you're going to have the ability to be a change agent within your organization. By going live within 30 days, you'll show what's possible when AI meets real-world service challenges. You'll also connect with peers through our Helix GPT community, where you can learn from others, share insights, and stay ahead of emerging best practices. You'll also inspire others by sharing your success story, helping other teams inside and outside of your organization to see what's possible with Agentic AI. It's not just about accelerating your own outcomes, it's about being a voice in a movement towards simpler, smarter service experiences where employees spend less time stuck and more time empowered. And we're here to support you at every single step, but you have the chance to lead. So we're making it easy for you to move from interest to impact here. We'll get started with the Fast Start program and unlock immediate value with the Employee Navigator. So how do you get started? Well, first, show us you're interested. Send a quick email to success@bmc, which is shown on screen here, and express your interest, and we'll go ahead and help you get the ball rolling. You'll also want to prioritize internally. You'll want to identify your internal lead and secure sponsorship to go live within 30 days. You'll also want to join the Helix GPT community. Again, engaging with peers, accessing exclusive content, and staying on top of best practices. And finally, launch and lead. Start realizing value fast and becoming a visible leader in AI-powered service transformation. And again, we're here to help support you in every single step of this way. And this is your movement to lead with confidence. So let's get started. Thank you for joining today's session. We're going to go ahead and get into the Q&A.
Thanks, Adam. We do have a question. Before we go to the question that Amy's raised in the Q&A, I just want to remind you that there is a poll that we've set up. Obviously, you don't have to fill it in, but there is an option so we can help you best. If you can spend a few minutes doing that while we go into the live Q&A. I'm also going to start unmuting everyone so you've got the option to speak with us. And before we go to Amy's question, Jürgen, very conscious we've got a privilege of having you on here as one of our directors. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience today?
Yeah, thanks, Adam. Thanks, Sam, for having me on this session. So, yeah, as Sam mentioned, my name is Jürgen Hauser. I'm a product management leader, and I'm super excited about this. My team owns, among other agents, the Employee Navigator, and we think it's so important for our customers to get A, started with generative AI, and B, this is your most impactful use case, providing this capabilities to all of your end users and drive self-service optimization. So thank you so much for attending the session.
Thank you, Jürgen. And Amy, I can see there was your question. I don't know if it's your question per se, or if it's a colleague's. You were asking about the cost of LLM. And I don't know, Jürgen, if you can maybe answer that question for Amy.
Yeah, I answered that question.
Okay.
Maybe Adam, if you can go back to the slide. This was asked before we actually got to the slide about the prerequisites and what the costs would be. So the key thing here is we retroactively added an entitlement to all customers who own ITSM licenses to get access to Employee Navigator. That means the BMC licenses are free, right? What you still need to do is you need to get generative AI provider licenses, right? For example, Azure OpenAI, and they are obviously not free, right? So BMC is not providing a free compute to our customers.
Thank you, Jürgen. Amy, does that answer your question? Don't know if you want to come off mute if you had anything else. Okay, I'm assuming that we're good. Okay, does anyone else have any other questions? If not, we can give you back quite a bit of time. We didn't know originally when we were setting up these events how long they were going to take. So this is an opportunity to ask questions that you've got around Helix GPT or specifically around Employee Navigator. If not, as Adam mentioned, we will be hopefully running other sessions on different agents, but the main thing is we want to really push the opportunity for you to get into the Fast Start program. Communication will come out with slides. The recording, it will be a private link shared only to yourself, so we would ask that you don't share it out any further. And then there will also be some instructions on how you can work with the team for the Fast Start program. The main thing is, if you have any questions, is to send an email to the at successbmc.com email address. Okay, Adam, was there anything else that you wanted to just remind of from any of your slides?
Nothing really, except for success at bmc.com is going to be the absolute best way to get in contact with us for either next steps or any questions that may have come up throughout the presentation. So if you had anything that you can't think of right now, but it comes up later, success at bmc.com is the route for you to go ahead and take to get support. We'd love to help you get started with this Fast Start initiative, and we'll get the ball rolling with you. So thank you so much again for everybody joining today's conversation. We really appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing you on our next sessions that we have available as well.
Thanks, Adam. And as mentioned, we will be sending out the content to you as soon as we can. We've got 2 more sessions that we're running. We'll try to get all the information out. We also have some education subscriptions that we're going to be offering as part of this program as well.